Yeah, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Whoa. Can you guys feel the excitement of back to back ESEA advanced matches? Woo! We're out here, boys. We are GGPR. This is Hamtaro checking in. Good old George Snorts is the only one in the server so far because he is an absolute savage who connects well ahead of game time. So I'm just going to get a few things behind the scenes here set up. And then we're doing it, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing it. All right, guys. I know there's no one in the server yet, but I assure y'all that there is indeed a match tonight, or at least I'm 99% sure, unless there's an argument ensuing about server location at the moment. I think we might be switching to a Denver or a Dallas, so everybody just sit tight for a moment. Thank you. All right, everybody. It looks like there has been somewhat of a change in the match server and or the GoTV server that we're going to be using. So, like I said, hang tight for just a moment. We appreciate it, and I'll update you all in just a moment here. Let's get ready to rumble! We got GGPR versus Springroll, ladies and gentlemen. We are officially in the correct GoTV server. And Vic and the boys are just getting into the server now. So we're going to give both teams a few minutes to get set up here, since there was some last minute modifications here with the server transfer. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you to everyone who came out and supported our ESEA intermediate team, aka our academy team, yesterday. We had a fun one with that. And I will be back in just a few minutes here. Thank you. All right, and we're getting underway here, ladies and gentlemen. Counter-Strike enthusiasts from around the world who have gathered on this Twitch channel on this very night of October the 14th, 2020 to witness this matchup between GGPR Esports and Springroll. Knife round is upon us, and GGPR taking knife round as they've been known to do consistently throughout this season of Advanced. This is season 35 of ESEA Advanced. GGPR sitting at 10 wins, 2 losses, 0 ties. That is the number 2 seed currently. Springroll sitting at the number 8 seed with 8 wins, 3 losses, 0 ties. Great matchup here as we go into pistol round. GGPR electing counter terrorists as they did the last Vertigo match as well. Let's see, looks like they're playing a somewhat traditional setup as GGPR has been known to on Vertigo. They usually don't get too aggressive or too peaky, if you will, on either side on this map. Vic, he's gonna have to hold this hardcore defensive B take. He does get one. Drew trades him. Let's see if Creed can pick up a headshot of his own. He does get one. See if Creed can get a second. Not quite yet. Just too easy, making a huge play there onto Feltner and Lowrider. And Creed with only 1 HP. Not much he can do here. Let's see if he can use that GGPR. I don't want to call it luck, but that GGPR intuition when they get into the red HP and pull off the clutches as they've been known to. Maybe Creed can get some kind of flank here on this wrap, but I don't know. Springroll are playing very close to each other. They could be vulnerable for a collide if he gets the right angle, but they'd really both have to be looking in the wrong direction for that to happen. So just too easy here falling. They are still very close to each other, which I don't know if that's the smartest move or not by Springroll, regardless of Creed's health at the moment. Creed with the fake. He looks up. He gets the first. And now it's just too easy as making that peek onto Creed at just the right moment. Creed, unfortunately, did have 1 HP, as we mentioned, so he was in a bit of a pickle there, but still a nice try in that 1v2. So going into second round here, GGPR actually opting for a full buy. 2 MP9s, 3 Deagles in the hands of Vic, George Snorts, and Feltner. George with a firm defensive angle there at top of B stairs, just adjacent to the top of stairs. Let's see if he's able to get a 1 Deag or 2 if they do decide to go B. This looks like a split on Springroll's behalf here. Almost a 2-2 with a mid floater back near bomb. And it looks like that player back near C4 has still not made a decision on where the C4 is going to go. That's going to be Drew, actually. He's picking it up right now, making his way towards mid. Still hasn't decided. Looks like C4 is going B at this point. So let's see if those Deagles can work out for GGPR. Lowrider exchanging some eye contact with just too easy at mid. Some damage was inflicted there. Lowrider going down to 31. He does have Kevlar. Lowrider actually the only member of GGPR without head armor at the moment. Springroll making their move onto B. Feltner getting 2 down immediately. Just too easy. Trading onto Creed. GGPR could pull this off. They're at a 1-man advantage. Drew making a really nice peek of his own with that Galil. That headshot accuracy was exactly what Springroll needed there to shift the momentum away from GGPR after that huge play from Feltner. Very impressive play from Feltner. GGPR not able to get the eco, but what an intense round that was. So Springroll, the number 8 seed underdog, showing some dominance here in the first couple rounds. Early trade there between Ty and Vic. Vic still standing. George is down. GGPR not in the best economic situation, which explains the 4 pistols at the moment. Let's see. Springroll sitting on 2 AKs, a Galil, and a Mac. So clearly in the advantage here going into 3rd round. Lowrider going to back up Vic. Maybe they can get a bit of a crossfire here. Maybe a slight 45-degree angle at the top of stairs there. Just Too Easy has some different plans of his own after he pops that Molotov, giving away his position. But GGPR isn't quite sure how many teammates he has with him. No problem for Feltner as he takes out Just Too Easy. Drew with a nice pick of his own, though, as he immediately gets that trade onto Feltner into A site default box area. Lowrider is going to rotate back a bit. He's coming up right on ME on that corner there. ME has no idea. Now he does. He's taking that max shot. A bit of an awkward jump there from ME. Maybe Lowrider can take advantage of that. Creed with a trade at mid. ME does take down Lowrider. Nice try by Low there. Me is down to 7 HP. Let's see if Vic can capitalize on Low's assists there. But Me isn't just too cheeky of a corner behind the side of that door entryway, so not quite enough time for Vic to catch that out of his peripheral vision, even though we've seen him do it before with those wild peripheral flick shots. So going into 4th round here, GGPR is on their first full rifle buy, going with 5 M4s, quite a bit of utility. Lowrider and Creed, unfortunately not with head armor this round. Feltner taking some Molotov damage early there. 19 damage from that Molotov. Not, oh, well, he redeems himself there with that headshot onto ME. Vic picking up the assist there. Springroll still acting like they're going to make a move onto B here, but still unclear. They could rotate back. GGPR still on the one-man advantage. George is blind. Goes unblind just in time to get Halo. He does get traded by Just Too Easy. Ty is inside going for the C4. He is going to stick it. That's not a fake. He's got his teammate Just Too Easy behind him, laying down some utility. And about to lay down some cover fire potentially there onto Creed. Just barely misses Creed's shoulder as Creed strafes back for cover there behind main metal box. Creed making the peek again. He does get the kill onto Ty there, and Feltner following him up with that very accurate HE nade. So 2v1 situation. Drew is on stairs, laying down some suppressive fire through that smoke. He does land a shot on the Lowrider there, but Feltner doing exactly what he needs to do there. Putting 3 or 4 shots directly into the chest of Drew. So GGPR going to pick up that round, getting on the board here 1-3 as we go into 5th round. So GGPR with a bit of an interesting rifle setup here. They're opting for 2 AKs that they picked up the previous round. Creed on a FAMAS. We've seen some huge plays from Creed on the FAMAS in the past few matches, including on Dust 2 and on the most recent Inferno matches. Let's see if he can recreate some of that FAMAS magic here. He might not have to. GGPR already had a 2-man advantage here with those 2 early picks. Still holding both sides. Halo is pushed up very far, though. Vic not expecting that. And Me also with that hard flank wrap, which is going to put George actually in a 1v1. George took out Drew there. So George with 100 HP. Me also with 100. I don't want to talk too loud because I don't want either player to, overhear my voice coming down from the sky of Vertigo right now. Both players in a silent walk. 1v1 scenario, 45 seconds left. George Snorts using JS Feltner's M4A1 non-silenced full 30 bullets ready to go. ME on the other side with his AK-47 Aquamarine Revenge. He's sitting at a 1.3 KD ratio this match. Huge plays from ME so far. See if he can follow it up this round. 20 seconds left. George making a great peek onto ME after he seemingly gave up his position there. GGPR within one round now, 2-3. Springroll still making a fine match of this. They are indeed the underdogs, sitting at the number 8 seed. 8-3, as I mentioned earlier. GGPR sitting at 10-2, which is technically the number 2 seed as of an hour ago, before the most recent matches of tonight, the 14th, were played. Yeah, Gaming currently sitting at number 1. They will not lose their spot tonight because they are undefeated. They are the only undefeated team in advance. We look forward to taking them on again in playoffs. Lowrider laying down some accurate utility there at mid, but he's going to have to strafe back just a bit around that corner towards A because he's taking a little bit too much heat, a little bit too much eye contact at mid ramp there. And here's a huge situation for Lowrider. He's getting the first collateral. Actually, Feltner got the second. Lowrider able to get Halo. That's 3 members of Springroll down. Lowrider getting a 4th member of Springroll down. Tied directly around the corner, getting headshotted by Creed. And what an amazing round by GGPR, displaying that chemistry that they've been building over the past 4 to 5 months since they've won main with this very similar roster. That was just a great execution right there. Not losing a single member of the team there for GGPR. That's the kind of defensive chemistry they've been practicing. I know that's the kind of chemistry our coach Ninja has been looking for, and GGPR has been providing that kind of chemistry consistently, but whew, it's always great to see it play out like that against a top team. Or a top team in advance. Springroll might not have a lot of legacy going on, but they are sitting at 8-3 right now. They are a top 8 team in advance. So ME pushing up here. Let's see if he can recreate some of that magic he had 2 rounds ago with the AK. He was muted last round after that intense defensive hold from GGPR. Feltner on a FAMAS here. Creed no longer on a FAMAS. He went ahead and upgraded to an M4 after he lost it 2 rounds ago, I believe. Or maybe he dropped it for Feltner there, excuse me. Lowrider sitting on an MP9. He's the only member of GGPR not holding a rifle, technically, at the moment. Springroll sitting on 5 AKs, no op. They do have 5 sets of head armor at the moment. 38 seconds left in the round. This is much more delayed of a take than I thought Springroll was going to execute this round. They are moving on to A now. 28 seconds left. Just too easy getting that initial pick onto Feltner. A second really nice shot onto Creed there, coming out of that left corridor. Almost picking up a third onto Vic, but Vic fortunately able to get the trade there and prevent too much more destruction from just too easy. George getting tied, but traded quickly by Halo. Lowrider getting in there himself with an M4 frag, putting himself in a 1v2 situation. Drew with 62 HP, ME sitting at 98. Lowrider moving in. Let's see what he can do. He pops that HE. I thought he pulled out a smoke at first. There goes the molly. He just barely misses ME as he strays behind the box. I don't think Lowrider's going to have enough time. He's going to have to fall back. He was looking for an exit kill. He does get a very beautiful exit kill through that smoke at the end of the round there. Falls back, able to save the AK-47 after he drops that M4A1 post C4 explosion. And GGPR going down by 1 round again here, 3-4, but Let's see if they're able to put some more of that defensive chemistry into play here. Springroll not able to get an op yet. I'm not even sure if they would opt for an op if they had the cash right now. I'm not sure if GGPR is playing passive enough for them to be getting op picks. Springroll, that is. GGPR seems a bit too hardcore on these closer angles for Springroll to do too much damage, even if they did have an op at the moment. They, don't get me wrong, they are in the lead, but they're probably better off with 5 AKs right now. Lowrider double scoping here near sandbags. Oh, Lowrider with a nasty shot above main side T-box at mid. Anyone who just saw that on the stream, I'm sure, grimaced in pain. Vic! Oh, he got the dink onto ME, took him down to 16 HP, but got dinked himself and went down, putting us in a 4v3 situation. Still a one-man advantage for GGPR here. George gonna have to get this kill onto Drew, but Drew moving up so close. George still able to take him out, and Halo, what a reaction play as he turns completely 90 degrees to his right and gets that kill onto George. He did go down to 34. Creed, he smells him at reverse boost, and he does get the headshot. Creed just looking up in time at reverse boost there. Whew! We've got ourselves a match, ladies and gentlemen, tied up 4-4. GGPR Esports versus Springroll. Number 2 seed versus number 8 seed in the building. D Vertigo coming to you live here, twitch.tv/GGPR Esports. Vic moving up with that MP9, being backed up by George's MP9, already taking down 2 members of Springroll. Looking for a third, they're hunting. Creed getting a third at the opposite site, getting a 4th from Creed, and Vic taking out ME. Another huge round of defensive chemistry from GGPR, not losing a single player that round. So GGPR going up 5-4. And it looks like they're playing a little bit more aggressively this round. Creed pushing up with Feltner and Vic here at middle. They're not pushing through that smoke quite yet. They are going to force Springroll to rotate all the way back through mid, potentially even all the way back to be here. But Springroll has already moved up and wrapped near spawn. GGPR does not fully realize just how far up they are. Vic is about to make head-on contact with Just Too Easy. Just Too Easy taking out George Snorts and taking out a second member of GGPR as Vic goes down. Creed able to get the trade, but he's going to get traded himself by ME. Feltner, he's going to have to go big here, and he does. 2 huge MP9 kills. Picks up the AK-47. He is down to 19 HP. Lowrider on that AWP. Can they make this 2v2 happen? Lowrider with 100 HP. He does have head armor. Feltner with head armor as well. But as we mentioned, Feltner in the red right now. 19 HP. Timer is getting low. We're down to 38 seconds here. All 4 members in the server are either in a silent walk or a complete standstill. Lowrider able to kill ME despite the complete silence, and Lowrider getting Halo. Oh my, Lowrider. GGPR going up 6-4. I almost lost my voice. I'm too excited after that 1v2. We're doing it. And Lowrider remaining on the AWP after that huge 1v2 clutch that brings GGPR to a 2-round advantage. Creed with the early headshot, a second, a third. Vic backing him up with a 4th. GGPR has not lost a player yet again this round. Just too easy, the only remaining member of Springroll alive. 1v5 situation with a Tech 9. Can he dig deep into his Iron Man pug days and just walk out into A? One pick at a time. Can he do it? Just too easy does have 100 HP. Can he pick up a rifle? He cannot. Creed getting his 4th M4 kill of the round. What a huge round from Creed. I would go as far as to say that is likely the play / highlight of the game so far. 4 huge M4 kills to put Springroll in a position where they are still gonna buy, but if Springroll doesn't get this round, they're gonna be in quite a pickle in terms of their economic situation. Freeze time is now unpaused. I believe Springroll was on a brief tactical timeout there as they discuss this momentum shift that GGPR has implemented in this match over the past 5 rounds. Springroll, still very much so a worthy opponent, a top 8 team in advance. They came out the gates strong tonight. They were up 4-3. GGPR has since regained the lead, going up 7-4. A minute 21 left on this fairly traditional looking round here. We are in the 12th round of the first half. This is Hamtaro1H from GGPR coming to you live here on GGPR's official Twitch channel, where we try to bring you every match of Advanced and our Academy Teams matches as well. Still a fairly traditional round, except for the fact that Springroll is already moving up onto A. They've got 2 men wrapped by yellow tarps. They're moving into sight here. Let's see what they can do. Ty is wrapping. Can he get Lowrider? He does. Unfortunately, Lowrider losing his Arctic Warfare Magnum there. ME coming up right behind Feltner. He almost could have knifed him there, unfortunately, from what it looked like. But he probably would have heard him take out his knife, so maybe not. So, GGPR still up 7-5. And let me walk that back. He probably could have died to a knife kill there. I don't wanna I love you, Feltner, but you got caught with your pants down a bit there. So GGPR still looking good here, still displaying the chemistry needed to win this match. They just need to tie a couple more rounds together here before halftime, ideally, just so they can be a little bit more confident going into halftime. They certainly don't want to go into second half tied after that momentum shift that they've already displayed over the past 20 minutes. Here's Springroll moving up with 5 AK-47s, quite a bit of utility, 5 sets of head armor. Oh, Lowrider exchanging pleasantries with Ty, each of them going down to the 30 HP range, but Feltner coming up huge with that spam, backing up his boy Lowrider, who had the assist, and GGPR coming out big here in the 13th round. 1-man advantage here with a minute 12 left on the clock. Lowrider sitting at 34 HP, but he's hanging in there. He's still got his head armor. He's got his AWP out. He still has a smoke grenade, a flash, and a USP. He's ready to go. The rest of GGPR sitting at 100 HP. Springroll looking pretty good on health themselves, but not anymore. As Emmy went down to 13, he did get that pick onto Creed, but George was in a position to go big here. He does get the first. Can George get a second onto Halo? George almost getting a third, actually, because he took out Drew there. Vic trading onto Halo. GGPR in a 3v1 situation versus me, who only has 13 health. ME likely gonna have to save here. Unless he pulls out, as I've said in the past, what I like to call the old Matrix 1vx Keanu Reeves red HP scenario where you just kind of fly through the air moving headshots, but that's not going to happen here. Emmy doing the smarter play and saving his AK-47 there. Let me just double check the stream settings so this doesn't crash and everyone is upset. Nope, we're looking good. Bitrate's looking good. GGPR going up 8-5 here. Getting that extra round or two before half, like I mentioned, so they can have that extra confidence going into second half. Pistol round. Springroll not phased by this smoke grenade. Halo landing that very nicely placed Molotov to finish off Feltner there, who couldn't quite get away from that interior corner at A/top mid. Here's Vic holding a somewhat passive angle near A floater there. Here's George coming up near boost, just keeping an eye on it now. Keeping an eye on spawn/reverse boost area. He can smell that Springroll might be coming upstairs, which they're thinking about. Springroll has not fully committed to a site yet. They do have 3 near A, but C4 isn't. Okay, C4 is coming to A now. This is a 3v5 situation for GGPR. Springroll in the 2-man advantage, but Lowrider responding, making this a 4v3, making this a 3v3. Huge op play from Lowrider. He's going to have to move off the box after that Molotov was setting his shoes on fire, and George responds with a Molotov of his own, picking up a kill and putting GGPR at a 1-man advantage. Only 1 man left now on Springroll. It's going to be ME, who almost made an incredible hat trick there after he takes out the first 2 members of GGPR. Not quite able to get the third, but impressive play from ME and some impressive shots from others on Springroll that round, but they're still not quite able to pull that one out as GGPR goes up 9-5. As we go into the last round of the first half here. 15th round overall of the match. George looking for a potential collat here, as he knows that some members of Springroll are making their way up near Metal B stairs, but they're actually spread out a little bit too much for a collat situation. George is going to have to hold off for now. Vic with a huge pick there, letting Springroll know you're not just gonna walk upstairs, boys. Uncontested, not happening. Whether you see a smoke down or not, the boys are watching. Springroll still in a good chance to take this round. They are in a 4v4, making their way towards mid/A here. C4 is actually all the way up towards A ramp/yellow tarp at the moment. I don't know if GGPR realizes just how far up they are. Lowrider might now. Lowrider definitely does after Drew threw this utility into sight. That Molotov landing somewhat near Feltner there, who's going to have to hold off for a minute with that MP9. Not able to get that close angle pick like maybe he wanted after that rotate. Halo does go down to 32 after that HE grenade there. Drew sitting at 51. Still a 4v4 situation. GGPR at the health advantage at the moment. And on the man advantage now. 4v2 situation. ME on ramp getting traded by Feltner. The last member of Springroll attempted to wrap yellow tarp there, and he gets taken out. So GGPR able to wrap up that final round of the first half with a W as they go into second half. Up 10-5 here. They're looking for their 11th win of the season tonight, which would further secure their number 2 seed as we get closer to season 35 playoffs. And here we go. 2-1, and we are live. Let's see what kind of split GGPR has planned here. Looks like they're sending 3A with the C4. Looks like maybe a delayed 2 at B on the other side of this split. Both teams playing the beginning of this round somewhat passively. Drew with a nice angle on sandbox there. Vic holding this extremely narrow box angle at mid, just making sure Ty doesn't push up there. Ty not gonna push up, he's just gonna hold back. Both teams holding off for now, but some utility being exchanged here. Halo and Creed making just enough eye contact for Creed to land that opening headshot of the round. That's big for GGPR. One-man advantage as they go into this split with 50 seconds left. They're gonna have to pick Ty at mid here. There's no way around it. Ty still around the corner. He did not fall back all the way into sight. Ty going down at the hands of Vic's Glock there. Vic moving up with the C4. His teammates covering him. Feltner watching the flank here. Emmy with a nice headshot onto Creed after the C4 goes down. Drew wrapping near this smoke. Let's see if him and Just Too Easy can coordinate for a ramp pick here. Emmy also in the mix here as well, but Drew going down to George's USP headshot there. Feltner cleaning up M and Just Too Easy at the end there with 2 headshots of his own, and boom! GGPR going up 11-5, just like that, taking a dominant second half pistol round. And it looks like GGPR is going to opt for 2 MAC-10s this round, going with a lot of utility, 5 sets of head armor. Springroll looking to make a statement of their own on this eco round as they're sitting on 4 deagles and a 5-7, but they're losing Ty already here early in the round. Just Too Easy also going down to 78, but he's going to be able to fall back just enough, but he might be able to get Vic here. Not quite. Vic turning just in time, landing that Galil kill onto Just Too Easy, and Lowrider with a beautiful headshot onto Halo there. George Snorts backing him up with a MAC-10 headshot of his own, and the homie Vic with that suppressive fire with the Galil through that smoke grenade to end that round, putting GGPR up 12-5. What a great match this has been. It was real close, actually, about a third to halfway through the first half. GGPR was able to swing the momentum around the 6th round of this match, and they're looking to keep that momentum going here as they look for a 13th round. They're already going to take out 3 members of Springroll there who were not going to be able to hold B with those pistols. GGPR going up 13-5. Another big round from Creed there too, who didn't get the killing blows, if you will, on some of those frags, but did a lot of damage that round. I think he did around 170 damage that round. Just a lot of big plays all around from GGPR here. Everyone clearly pulling more than their own weight. playing off each other's chemistry, watching each other's angles, both offensively and defensively. So let's see if GGPR can pick up a 14th round here. They're technically outgunned this round. Springroll sitting on 5 M4A1s, but only 2 sets of head armor on Springroll. Let's see if GGPR can use that to their advantage here and get some early headshots on A here, as it does look like GGPR is committing to A bomb site. Let's see what Springroll has to say about that Halo, lining up that first headshot of the round onto George. Ty moving just to his left behind yellow container here, narrowly avoiding that spam from Lowrider and Vic at middle. Excuse me, from Feltner and Vic at middle. Lowrider is actually still sitting on that MAC-10, which technically can't shoot through walls, I don't believe, so I misspoke just barely there. Here's Halo, still holding B firm there, but GGPR does look like this is an A commit with the C4. Feltner's gonna have to get this trade. He does on to Ty. Lowrider assisting there. Lowrider laying down that Molotov into sight, and all 3 members of GGPR wrapping from yellow container here, putting down some utility. They are going for the C4. Lowrider sticking the C4. It was not a fake. Beautiful plant from Lowrider. The fortitude of steel that he has mentally is always unmatched. He was unfazed about all that suppressive fire coming in through the smoke. And now GGPR holding off 2v3, 1v3 from Creed now. He's coming up ramp. Can he do it? Just too easy, low health. But Creed not quite able to pull it off. That would have been an amazing 2v3/1v3 situation if GGPR had pulled that off. They're still up 13-6. So let's see what the economic situation is here. Looks like GGPR still able to full buy here, and they are gonna have just enough money left over, actually more than enough money left over if this round goes south. Springroll and a bit more of a bind in terms of finances this round, but they are sitting on 4 M4s and AK. Just too easy, taking some serious spam shots at mid, going down to 42 HP there. And let's see just how delayed GGPR decides to take this. Not very. They're already moving up. George and Creed taking out Ty, and just too easy there. George moving up into A site. Utility is down. Let's see if they can quickly get this C4 down without getting taken out by Halo. George taking out Halo, so he's not going to be a problem. There's a member of Springroll right there in the smoke. It's Drew. He is going to be able to take out George. Lowrider, nice spam shot through that smoke onto Drew. And Feltner landing that final smoke spam onto MES there, bringing GGPR up 14-6. That's an 8-round advantage as we go into what could potentially be a match point situation next round if GGPR clinches this 21st round of action. Lowrider, nice HE up at just too easy there at mid. Backing it up with some further utility. Here's Creed coming up behind him. See if Creed or Vic decides to peek first here. George is right there with him, but I think George is going to keep an eye on the flank for at least a moment here. Here's Lowrider. Going to ricochet that Molotov, and it is go time. Vic's going in the side, getting Emmy. Can he get a second? He's searching for that second through the smoke, not quite able to land it. Lowrider going down. Creed with low HP going down to 32. Vic cut in half to 50. Still a one-man advantage for GGPR here. Here's Vic. Can he get the C4 down? He's going for it. Oh, and he gets naded at the last possible millisecond. The C4 is not down. I repeat, the C4 is not down. 43 seconds left. Drew landing those final 2 MP9 kills and an assist before that, actually. So huge play from Drew that round with the MP5 and the defensive strafe peaks. GGPR. 5 AK-47s. George going down to 79 there after he takes 21 HP from Ty, I believe. Not Ty, from Emmy. Ty just went down at mid from Vic's AK-47 headshot. That's going to put GGPR to 1-man advantage on this round. C4 has not been committed to A yet, but it's in the vicinity of A side mid. Lowrider really wanted that sandbag pick. He got close. Tagged too easy in the shoulder there through the sandbag. Got him down to 84. Just too easy. The only member of Springroll with a defusal kit this round. We'll see if that particular fact comes into play at the end of this round, depending if Springroll is able to make this 2v5 into a no, it's gonna be a 1v5 for Drew. Vic is down to 17, but not a whole lot Drew's gonna be able to do here. Actually, Drew going big as he responds with another 2 kills after that initial pick. He does go down to 48. Let's see if he can get Feltner. Not quite. And here we go. Match point situation. GGPR up 15 to 7. GoTV seemed like it was acting up just a bit there. I'm gonna smack it back into place real quick. Feltner with that opening kill onto Ty. Creed splitting up, actually. Going to back up Lowrider here. Lowrider getting a second kill onto Drew there. Let's see if Lowrider's able to get a third. Not quite. Just too easy taking him out. Creed able to respond with the final 2 kills of the match. Feltner killing Creed just to let him know that we love him. And GGPR, our boys, our squad, our brave men competing in ESEA Advance, go up to 11 wins, 2 losses, 0 ties on the season. And we are 1 step closer to Season 35 playoffs, where we are looking forward to our rematch with ESEA Gaming. Until next time, on behalf of all of GGPR Esports and everyone who was watching tonight, Jordan Rogers, our founder and owner, Carve, everyone else helping out behind the scenes, Lowrider, and all the boys, thank you, everyone, for the support. We will see you next time. We are GGPR.